Welcome students back with the third part of second chapter, standard 6th. We studied about Mesolithic period and Paleolithic period, whereas we also studied about how did the early humans move from one place to another. Yes, so now let's talk about Mesolithic period, about domestication. The process in which people grow plants and look after animals has been known as domestication. So, domesticated plants and animals become different from the wild ones. This I will just show you in the next clip, so do not worry, because people select plants and animals for domestication. They chose the plants and the animals for domesticating. Okay, to put with them. Species which are not prone to disease, means the prone to disease means they are not being inclined, they are like livelihood. So, they used to take those type of species, those type of animals to put, like suppose if it is cow or a goat, they used to put over there, so they do not affect so much like a disease like type. So, plant species which yield bigger grain and stronger stalk. Yielding means you are getting more, you are producing more and bigger things. Animals which are gentler to breed, therefore, domestication plants and animals became different from wild ones, okay, like teeth, their horn, etc. started changing. So, this is how we compare. Let us see the next slide. Now, compare the size and the shape of the horns. Just you see it is a sheep, wild sheep and domestic sheep. See the horns of theirs. Yeah, it has been different, yeah, if you compare it. So, this is how we know about the domestication of Mesolithic period. Now, let us see the timeline of domestication. Domestication was a gradual process. Gradual process means not very fast, not immediately, but slowly and gradually. So, it was a slowly process. It began about 12,000 years ago, as you know that, and all plants and animals produced we eat today is a result of domestication. Earliest plants to domesticate is wheat and barley, and earliest animals to be domesticated were sheep and goat. So, these are the plants that were being domesticated, that is wheat and barley, whereas animals that were sheep and goat. Now, let us see what type of foods and the storage of grains they used to had. Grains could be used as for what? What type of these foods were being used as? For the seeds, for the food and the gift. This time if you have anyone's party and you just go and just exchange the gifts, yes, this is how like they also did, they also thought about it, and so they knew about the gifts and they store for a later. What they did is they used, they did not only completed all the ones and at a time, but even they used to store it later for their purpose, if water is essential for them, yeah, and for human life, so they need water, they used to store it, or a food they used to store it. So, this is how about food and storage of grains. For food storage, how was the food storage? They started making large clay pots, the earthen pots, and they used to store the grains in it. Then begin weaving baskets, and or dug the pits in the ground. They were having a pits in the ground and they used to dug it off. So, this is how food and storage of grains were being developed and were in the progress. Now, let us see food and storage of animals. Animals multiply naturally. As you know, if there is a cow or a goat or a sheep, they started multiplying it. Okay, and they provided milk, meat. Rearing them can be used as a future store of food. So, there was their rearing stage, means it was a future store for them. So, this is how the domestication of food and storage of animals were being seen in this particular period. Now, how do archaeologists find out this all things? How did we come to know that how they have got this particular thing? Let us see some of the reason. They study evidence of plants and animal bones that are on the surface or under the surface or underwater. They used to find it off. People built pit houses dug into ground with steps leading into them. So, they used to dug the home under it and then they used to put a step so that they can be leaded into their home. Remains of burnt grain were being found in this particular place. So, they knew it from there, yeah, if they have burnt the grains, then they will know, yeah, in this place the grains were being burnt either accidentally or somehow they have just burnt it off. So, this remains of cooking have also been found if it is discovered of the fire, then yes, of course, they have roast meat. Then you also know that yes, cooking have been also been found. Both inside and outside the houses also were been there. So this is how archaeologists find it about it. They have a traces of huts and houses. You can see houses that is under the ground over here, and this is a hut. So at same time, these are the example of Burza home, that is the pit house that is over here. Okay, so this is what about. So here we complete about Paleolithic period and Mesolithic period. Now we will talk about tools in the Neolithic period. We have completed Paleolithic period and Mesolithic period. Now we will start with the Neolithic side, the Neolithic period. Stone tools discovered are different from Paleolithic period, some were different from Paleolithic period. Therefore, the name of Neolithic period was being put because of it, because it were different. So they started, Neolithic means new, okay, and so people started over here doing agriculture also. Okay, Paleolithic means, remember, hunters and gatherers were being found, okay, 99% of human history. Mesolithic means middle period, and Neolithic means new age, new things were being evolved. Tools of Paleolithic period continued to be used. Yes, it was being continued. They didn't use it after, it was not like that way. They were using it off, but they started developing new things in that. They started thinking, yeah, how can they bring the skills and abilities on it. Tools were polished to give a fine cutting edge. Stone tools and pressure flakings are being given like a polishing. They used to polish the stones, they used to sharpen the edges. And so stone tools were made of bones, and even we can say that stone tools were made of bones. As you can see, your mortars and pestlers were used to grind grains, and these are used till today. Even in your kitchen also you can find mortars and pestlers. Yes, yeah, your mummy used it for the spices, to just grind the grains or the spices. So other items that are found in the Neolithic period were earthen pots that were being decorated. They started doing something new, so they decorated the pots, used for storing things, cooking food, as you know that earlier, and they began weaving clothes using different kinds of material like cotton. So they started knowing the things. They knew that how to do, what to do. Okay, so we'll also understand in the next part of the video that how did everything started changing automatically, or what had happened. So this was the end of the third part, students. I hope that you have understood the concept. Study well, stay safe.